Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by Flag Anthem. Today, we're going to talk about things I was wrong about. And look, I think it's good in modern society where we can kind of get dug in, leaning one way or the other, to admit when we were wrong about things. It's going to be really important in the future for us to admit when we were wrong about things. It takes a big person to admit when they are wrong. And I am going to do it in such a small way when I'll tell you things I was wrong about in college football. Number 5, Indiana. I was wrong about Indiana. I kind of thought they were a one-year wonder. I thought Illinois was going to be pretty good. They shredded them. Now, is this the playoff team? I don't know, but I know that their offense is prolific. I know Francisco Mendoza is an upgrade at quarterback. They looked fantastic. They looked fantastic all year. They have a bit of a tougher schedule, but they are going to be a very, very tough out. And Iowa is going to have to hold them in the 20s to have a chance to beat them this week. So, Kurt Cignetti, I apologize, sir. I was wrong. Number 4, Ole Miss maybe being down. When you can roll out a backup quarterback that's even better than the guy who maybe beat him out in practice in Austin Simmons and might still go back in fair state transfer Trinidad Chambliss here, you have got weapons and you have got an established system. Lane Kiffin's got something going on. If they can pull the upset over Ole Miss, and that game is at home this week, that will maybe mean I'm a little bit even more wrong about this. I thought this would be a good, not great Ole Miss team. Well, they beat Kentucky, which is something they didn't do last year. It still wasn't pretty. But since Trinidad Chambliss has been playing quarterback, they have been prolific on offense. Now, can they keep that up against one of the nation's better defenses in LSU? We'll see, but I think I was wrong. And Lane Kiffin, for the first time in my life, to you, sir, I apologize. Number 3, Avery Johnson. No, look, I'm not going to apologize to Avery Johnson. I still think he has a tremendous amount of potential. I think he's not playing in the best play calling system for him right now, and they've yet to really turn him loose on the ground. What Kansas State's doing this year makes no sense to me, but I apologize to all Kansas State fans that I might have gotten excited about my belief in Avery Johnson as a quarterback. It hasn't really lessened. I just think that he needs a new voice telling him what to do because they have taken the athleticism out of it, and Kansas State's offense feels like they're like trapped in a box right now. So, to Kansas State fans who I made even more excited about Avery Johnson than they already were, every man is a Wildcat except for me, and I'm sorry. Number 2, Mark Gronowski. I was excited about an FCS quarterback going to Iowa and possibly making them watchable. I let my emotions get the better of me. And I talked up Mark Gronowski, who's still a fine player. I mean, he's not bad or anything, but nothing can make Iowa football watchable, people. I'm sorry. Nothing can do it. Nothing can do it. Absolutely nothing. So if you thought, hey, I'm going to watch this Iowa game because Paul said that their quarterback is really good, I apologize to you. I apologize to Iowa. I apologize to Mark Gronowski for probably giving him a big head, thinking that he's the guy who could save Iowa's offense. It's not his fault. It's just the nature of the beast. So to all that, I am sorry. I was wrong. And number 1, Clemson being the best team in the nation. I've watched 3 of their 4 games. I didn't get to watch Troy, but I've watched 3 of their 4 games in their entirety. And I could not have been more wrong about anything. This is not a good team right now. So much so that Dabo Swinney went on an absolute rant last week about, is this not good enough? Is this not good enough? Then they got zonked by Syracuse. And now he's like, well, I feel bad. I let everybody down. Yeah. You've got him eating humble pie 1 week after he answered a question, what was the play you'd like to take back in the Georgia Tech game, with a 13-minute rant on if nothing else is good enough for the fans. I think the expiration date on Dabo and Clemson is coming. I don't know when, but They seem to maybe a little bit stressed out with each other. This has the reek of early Gundy there. Greatest coach in their history, Dabo Swinney, but maybe everybody needs a fresh start. Probably doesn't come this season at Clemson and shouldn't. He's been wildly successful. But to myself, I am sorry for making me think that Clemson had fixed things. But I'm not sorry for anything else that has happened because as a fan of a team in the ACC, I've got to admit, fan Paul, kind of enjoying it. I'm sorry to the players on Clemson. I'm sorry to all that. But am I really that good of a person? I just spent the last few minutes trying to show you how big of a person I was by apologizing for things I'm wrong about. And then admitting I was wrong about a thing that I'm happy to be wrong about. Does that mean I'm a good guy? I don't know. I'm morally confusing. Anyway, it's time for the Andrew Valade Sprinkles. Let's get it.